What is up, XRP community? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you about some new Ripple partners, a possible connection to Alibaba, the Amazon of China, and then why Bitcoin is going absolutely crazy right now. It just closed the daily candle, and you can see from 31K all the way up to 34.2K in the matter of a few minutes. Why is it going crazy? Speculation about the Bitcoin ETF. But first off, let's hop right into this Alibaba partnership. So RippleNet member 2C2P has inked a strategic partnership with Ant Group, the parent company of Alipay, according to a recently published press release. Together, the two companies intend to expand adoption, provide innovation to digital payments in Southeast Asia. When the partnership is completed, Ant Group will become the majority shareholder of 2C2P. The former is an affiliate company of the Chinese giant Alibaba Group. Now, Brad Garlinghouse actually talks about this. Take a listen.
I think there was a comment a little bit like, well, Alipay is just embedding in New York City taxis as addressing the tourists. Alipay has grand ambitions in the United States. Really? I agree 100% with Dan that each market has its unique.
Do they admit that? I'm not sure they admit that, but you think that they eventually want to be a big player in payments here?
I think there's no doubt about that.
What makes you say that?
I'm sure Dan and I both have had conversations with people at both those companies, and I think this is a large economy. They want growth. They think about. Alipay in particular has been incredibly strategic about making investments and stitching together. They're the largest shareholder in Paytm. They're the largest shareholder in I can't remember the payment network in Indonesia. And they're in some ways they're building their own version of an interoperable payment network, but closed to their world.
Yeah.
So not a small partnership by any means. And right here we have another partnership. Ripple and XRP are everywhere, from central banks to food to mustard companies. And here it shows emerging technologies for the future skies, blockchain, and Ripple is involved in this document. So it's not just financial institutions. The XRP ledger is much more robust than that. A really interesting clip here from 24 Hours Crypto. A few people talking. It's kind of short, but take a listen.
We're not letting this happen. And then it keeps going. And then they say, okay, well, let's sue them. Or let's go get the government.
There's another thing they do. They adopt the technology. I think.
No, that's at the end.
They will adopt this technology.
No, this is the last thing they do. They plant the press stories.
Ripple's founders never registered XRP as a security before selling it to other investors. They argue it's more like a utility and that it's a currency.
They put out lawsuits. They create as much of a fuss as possible. They try to get their government friends involved. And then they go, oh, God, this thing's happening.
Yep. Some have done a great job, and we should acknowledge that. Some have done a great job. You and I wouldn't call them a fintech. There's something that a company came up with, which is fintech type services.
Yes.
Some have some did stuff that we could have done ourselves. And I think a company should be self-critical. Mm-hmm. We could have done ourselves, and we didn't. They beat us to it, or they.
So they'll provide FUD, they'll sue you, and the last thing that these people will do, these financial institutions, is adopt the technology, and Ripple already has their foot in the door with a lot of them. If you guys need a spot to get XRP or Ripple, I recommend Uphold. It's sleek, it's simple, it's secure. We're at dollar cost average daily. A link to Uphold in the video description below. And if you want $41 in free stocks, sign up with Webull, deposit a penny. You can get up to $3,000 in free stocks, but you're guaranteed $41 in minimum value. You can find a link to Webull in the video description below. So why is Bitcoin going absolutely crazy? Let's go to the 15-minute chart. And you can see in a span of 15-20 minutes, Bitcoin closed and just absolutely rocketed up to 34K. Now it's sitting at 32.9K. Why is this happening? Well, the judge ordered the SEC to review Grayscale's bid for a spot Bitcoin ETF. Crypto Banter Ran Nunor says the price in FOMO buying is telling you the market knows the ETF is days away. Now, this could be a buy the rumor, sell the news type event. The ETF could come out and the price could absolutely dump. But I think a lot of the excitement on why we're seeing a lot of things pump right now is because people are speculating on this Bitcoin ETF. I'll take a listen to this SEC commissioner talking about the Bitcoin ETF.
And I can't say whether or not the commission is ready to approve a Bitcoin exchange traded product. I've been thinking we should approve one for the last 5 years. So the logic for why we haven't has always mystified me. The court case obviously is an important factor in the landscape, but I can't guess as to my colleagues' approach to this topic.
So not everyone in the SEC is as misinformed as Gary Gensler. We have good commissioners like Hester Pierce who are pro-crypto, and that's always good to see. So the DTCC is the biggest settlement and clearing platform in the United States, maybe in the world. And this came out today. Everyone was talking about it on Twitter. On the DTCC website, the NASDAQ settles through here. All the big exchanges settle through here. You see a Bitcoin ETF. So just to back up the speculation even more, this right here is causing a lot of people to think maybe we're going to get an exchange traded product for Bitcoin soon. And that's just the beginning. So now something from John Deaton. We had a development on the lawsuit today. Judge Torres came out and she signed an order granting the stipulation of dismissal. I'll talk about Fred Rispoli, this lawyer, what he says about it. But first off, John Deaton says one of two things. The SEC Gov has capitulated on the spot Bitcoin ETF and approval before the end of the year, or certainly before the end of first quarter of 2024, or the SEC is gathering more information during these discussions, come up with a different reason for denying the spot ETF, thus creating the greatest head fake rug pull in SEC history. Yes, Bitcoin is pumping like crazy right now, and the alts are following as well. But this ETF could come out to be transparent and the market could dump. Personally, I wouldn't put number 2 past the SEC or Gary Gensler. In fact, if Larry Fink, the BlackRock CEO, weren't one of the applicants or proponent, I would expect number 2, as in the SEC is manipulating. But with $10 trillion in assets under management, Larry Fink is pretty loud. So the fact that BlackRock, one of the most, they call it the 4th branch of the US government for a reason, probably the most powerful hedge fund in the world, and they're applying for a Bitcoin ETF. That should speak volumes. And now we have Ripple on-demand liquidity being rebranded as Ripple Payments. So this was on the front page of their website. Take a listen.
I'm here to show you it's not. Hi, I'm Pegah Sultani, and I'm the head of payments product at Ripple. So what I find fascinating is that trillions of dollars of value move across borders every year. By 2030, it's expected to reach 300 trillion. Despite this growth, global payments are often expensive, slow, prone to error. Fortunately, at Ripple, we're changing the way value moves around the world. We use blockchain technology and digital assets to enable faster, more affordable, and more transparent payments for both our customers and their customers. Here's how it works. Let's say a business wants to send pounds from the UK to the Philippines. First, they request an FX quote on pricing and foreign exchange. The business receives the quote, approves it, and then submits payment instructions. A digital asset acts as a bridge currency moving from the UK to the Philippines. It is then converted to local currency through Ripple's global partner network. The recipient then receives the exact amount quoted to them in Philippine pesos in real time. It's that simple. And when you're ready to scale to new corridors, Ripple's global payout network provides access to key markets and currencies, including many that were traditionally difficult to reach.
On-demand liquidity is kind of confusing to people that aren't in the finance or crypto space. A lot of people don't even know what liquidity is. But Ripple Payments, I see it as kind of a more normalized name. Everyone knows what payments are. So I see this as a rebranding to kind of cater more to the masses. 2 great tweets here from Rohit Ku. Ripple partners Standard Chartered Bank and Deutsche Bank blockchain network to send messages on a permission blockchain. It aims to connect payments across various CBDC and blockchain networks using messages similar to SWIFT. Unlike SWIFT, institutions exchange messages via a permissioned blockchain. Banks are willing to participate because the network only supports regulated tokens and enforces compliance using decentralized identities. So they don't talk about the XRP ledger here. However, keep in mind, Standard Chartered and Deutsche Bank have been Ripple partners for a while, so it very well could be that. And then even more so, General Manager of Ripple, Mr. Burla, says that Ripple developed its technology with scalability in mind. To deploy something for Standard Chartered, Santander, or Bank of America, our solution needs to scale to hundreds of thousands of transactions per second. This was in the design from the outset. Bitcoin, 10 transactions per per minute. XRP, hundreds of thousands per minute. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, comment ETF in the comment section below. It's free. And if you did enjoy the content, smash the like button. It gives me feedback. It lets me know you enjoyed the video. If not, hit that thumbs down. As always, guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Until next time.